Two really important lessons, things that I've put together in my later years in life here, later, if that's what it's called, are your worth, what value you create. So in terms of jobs and of income, if we're following directions, especially in a time where things are changing beyond exponentially fast, how much value do you actually bring? Are you creating wealth or revenue somewhere? Are you helping? What are you doing that is actually creating value? And I can tell you, I think I've found a place where I can add true value to this world, and that is helping men get sober and get fit. Check out my main channel for a little more on that, but I'm building this channel just completely we're walking the dog, we're gonna do a little dance around the leash there. So I've created this channel just to be able to talk about the different lessons I've learned in life, to give some perspective and help really, I think, help people understand some of the things that I've had a hard time understanding, and what value you bring versus, what credentials you have, what title you have, but how much actual value you're bringing into the world. When you change your perspective to that, your view on me as an entrepreneur, my view on entrepreneurship has changed, and I think I've found one of the most valuable things that I can do, that I understand through experience. And I think, I have a whole lot to contribute to the world in that way. And what more valuable thing than to help people change the direction of their lives in the most positive way possible. Because let me tell you, a sober man and a fit man who has true self-belief is capable of doing a whole lot with his life, who is creating his own value in his own ways. And, you can tell I'm getting just slightly emotional even just talking about the mission. But I'm so glad that I had my challenges that helped me find this path. The other lesson that I was going to mention, that I'm mentioning, is ownership. Ownership and wealth. Not just having money, not having stuff like a car that's going to devalue, but actually having ownership. Now, I've kind of understood this inherently at a little bit deeper level than I think a lot, maybe a little earlier in life, but I've also had a very adventurous life too, which hasn't let me stockpile a lot of ownership. But, for instance, during around 2020, when there was, money just being shot out in checks to everybody, they'd go out and blow it. Some people, you'd spend it on what you had to. Either way, it ended up in the hands of the people with money already after a short amount of time. Me, I took that paper check, funny money, and bought a whole bunch of silver with it. I've got, I think, 93 ounces today. I stack a little silver here and there when I can. When I hit 100, well, I've actually just got my crypto wallet. So, I'm a little later to the game than some people, but I'm ahead of the curve for many still. And I'm thinking long term, just like my silver, I'm stacking. So I'm going to learn with small amounts. I'm going to order my first Bitcoin miner, which is just a $100 mini miner. Hopefully it'll pay itself off in under a year. But, I'm just going to hang on to that Bitcoin for, a decade or two as we go through a couple halvings. I won't even get into that. I'm so new to the crypto game, I don't want to even start talking about all that. But I'm going to learn. I'm going to get my hands on it. And that, I think, is important, because when you start to understand crypto, that is actual ownership, more so than money in a bank that can be, taken away or printed into oblivion. That's not even money, that's currency. My silver is money. Talked to Mike Maloney about that one, gold silver guy. I learned a lot from him a long time ago, and it's really helped shift my perspective. But as I move forward in life, I understand how I'm dedicating my time needs to create true value. And what I do with the revenue that I earn from that is ownership. I need to actually own things, assets like silver, like digital assets, which are crypto, which are more stable and sustainable and cannot be printed into oblivion, at least not Bitcoin. There's a lot of stuff out there, and I'm going to learn a whole lot about it. And I'm going to spend $10 to $20 here and there to do funny little trades and probably lose it and learn, you know, but you could also spend hundreds, thousands of hours watching podcasts, getting yourself educated, and then not really knowing what you're doing. And, you know, as one of my favorite influencers says, we don't have an education problem, we have an application problem. There's a lot of people out there and a whole lot of info out there, and people that suck in info all day long, but they don't do anything with it. So have you actually learned anything? I know for me, I learn a lot more when I get my hands on things. I get my hands dirty, I make my mistakes, I figure them out, and then I evolve. And I learn so much faster that way than just trying to consume information on its own. I go out for the information when I'm solving problems, when I'm figuring out what I did wrong, what I can do better, etc., etc. Hey, that kind of rhymed. That sounds pretty cool. So, going into life, we're about to get to 2025, and things are changing at an exponential rate in the world. And I am 42 right now. So, it's kind of interesting. You know, I've got 2 YouTube channels. This one is just starting, but I know where it's going to be in 3 years. My other channel has been around for a while. It's growing pretty fast, and it's a lot of fun and awesome stuff, but it's also been very untargeted too, and who cares, because it's my passion. I go out and I have awesome adventures, and I do crazy things nobody else has done, and it's something that when I'm looking back at the end of my life, I'll always have, and I'll be really excited about. So, oh, hang on, we got 2 dogs here trying to meet each other. I'm gonna get past these folks. So, you know, our time, our energy, our emotions, our skills, our capabilities, I mean, these are finite assets, and we can waste them away sitting on the couch, watching Netflix, playing video games, filling our faces with unhealthy foods and alcohol. Or we can take this beautiful, wonderful gift that is our life and our amazing, healthy bodies, and we can do hard, uncomfortable work to create amazing results with them. Whether that is spending a lot of time learning crypto, whether that is creating an entire path to help men get sober and fit, whether that is spending 7 days a week in the gym, which, I mean, I've been saying 6 days, but even on my day off, I still go in there for, you know, an hour and do some cardio and some stretching, and, you know, I'm in the gym every single day without fail. Taking care of my body, the greatest gift that I have, and it has a very finite lifespan. So, you know, just imagine 5 years of building YouTube channels, of building my physical fitness. I'm a little over 3 years into that now, and eating properly, and learning about crypto, and continuing to stack. I think I'm shifting over once I hit my 100 ounces of silver. I'm going to shift over to crypto for a while. You know, it's volatile. You can lose a lot, but for the long term, with the more stable crypto investments, Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think I'm going to be in really good shape, as long as I don't get anxious with the volatility. I just do a little bit of dollar cost averaging, and I have my mini Bitcoin miner. I'll probably learn more about that and probably get more heavy duty into that. You know, kind of a fun techno geeky thing to do. First one's $100. The crypto wallet was $50. You know, my last silver order will be just a little over $200. What I can tell you is I'm not spending any money going out to eat. I'm not spending any money on alcohol. I'm not spending any money on worthless retail. I'm either paying off debt, saving it up for my camp that I'm going to start, my land I'm going to buy, to help men on their journey, beginning their journey to get sober and fit, or it's going to go into learning on this crypto stuff. So yeah, late 2024 might be a little bit late to the party, but I think there's a whole lot of room to grow still. In 2030, I'm going to be pretty happy I started stacking crypto now. In 2035, 2036, you know, we're 3.5 years out to the next halving, so 12 years from now, Yeah, 2036, 2037, the Bitcoin that I start stacking today is going to have a lot more value. And if it doesn't, I learned a lesson. I diversified. I've still got my silver. I'll have my land, and I'll invest in more land, I'm sure. But I have a pretty good feeling that I'm not heading in the wrong direction by dedicating my life to creating online content, to creating a valuable solution to help people move their lives in the right direction, and to understanding that our current form of government currency, fiat currency, is not on a sustainable trajectory right now. And I haven't seen anybody that has any answers on really how to fix it. Forget about liberals, conservatives, blah, blah, blah. The debt clock is the debt clock. And regardless of how responsible or stupid people are, we're headed towards a cliff without any turning around. So I think I would rather keep my assets in precious metals, crypto, and land versus sticking it in a savings account or playing this gambling game on the stock market that you can get some returns, but nowhere near the returns of crypto. And what is the ownership? My crypto is going to be in my crypto wallet, in my safe, and nobody can take that away. Of course, I don't really know that much about stocks. I've seen too many bad things happen over the years. I understand compounding. I wouldn't mind getting into some of it. But at this point in history, I'm pretty sure we got a big correction coming. So I'm not in a big hurry to invest a bunch of money into something that's going to go down and not bounce back that quick. The crypto, I know right now we're at the peak of a Bitcoin rally, and what I put into it is going to be mostly this little mini miner, and I don't know, maybe another $20 just to move it around and see how I move it from one crypto to the next. I got a lot to learn. I don't mind losing $10 or $20 here or there as I get my hands dirty. So if I'm already planning on losing that currency, if I make something with it, hey, that's even better. You know, I follow a guy that shows you how you can 100x your money on some of these different game coins and meme coins and crazy things that are out there. It's such a mystical world to me now. I just got to get my hands dirty and plan on losing the little bits of money I'm going to play with for now. And in another year, as the adoption rate is faster on crypto than it was on the internet or cell phones, I'm going to be sitting a lot prettier than a whole lot more people that are just getting to the game then. And this is just kind of a random chit chat on this one, guys. Thanks for following along. Make sure to check out my main channel for some really cool adventures, motorcycle stunts, snowboarding, traveling in a 4x4 SUV, mini home camper that I built out of a presidential motorcade SUV. Just all kinds of interesting, fun things. As you know, I realize life is short, and if we're always waiting until things are right to create an amazing story with our lives, man, you just blink a couple times and it's too late. Come on, dog. So I'm out here doing the best I can to live an existence that I'm really proud of when I look back, to create a positive impact for the world, and do my best to keep my energy and frequency positive and high as much as possible for as long as possible. And when I get down, when my frequency gets low, when my energy gets negative, to try to recognize that and get it under control and get it turned around as quick as possible, instead of letting it stick me from, something that should maybe have me down for a few hours, turning into a stretch of weeks or months of bad energy and events, which is completely possible. So guys, take care. Click that like and subscribe. See you later.